Happy Friday, everybody. So it is absolutely gorgeous here in DC, so there's no way that I could stay inside, and I've temporarily relocated my office to outside of my balcony, which is just amazing. With that, I have a lot of really exciting news that I'm going to get in particular to the big events of this weekend. But first, I want to make one special announcement, and I kind of previewed this a little bit last week, but I'm really proud and really excited to tell you that the Will Milligan Events website redesign is officially live. Okay, so make sure you go check it out, willmilliganevents.com. You can also find them on Facebook, William Milligan Events. Really amazing team led by, obviously, its namesake, and he's been in this industry here in DC for more than 16 years, I'm pretty sure is what it is. Anything from political fundraisers to corporate events, dinners, client retreats, like so many really great things. And it was such an absolute pleasure to work with him and his team on creating this new site to really showcase what it is that they have to offer. So please go check that out. Then the big news, it's all over the New York Times and other press. So tomorrow night is the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Okay, this has traditionally been a dinner that was supposed to be honoring and recognizing the actual White House correspondents, and in recent years really became the Nerd Prom, and lots of celebrities from Hollywood and New York and all over have really come in town. Lots of bigger brands have been hosting parties in the past. Last year we went and checked out like HBO, Google. There's the annual garden brunch that had a lot of people there, Vanity Fair, New York Times, Bloomberg, like a lot. As you can see, if you've been following along online at all, when the president decided that he was, first of all, got elected, there were numerous brands that pulled out at that time. And then when he decided he wasn't coming, additional companies also decided to not host parties, whereas others took the exact opposite stance. And they saw that as a really great opportunity to continue to host their event. So I started with my fun event coverage last night. I will be at a variety of events throughout the weekend representing Biz Bash as well as my company, showcasing you kind of the behind the scenes of what it takes to pull these together. And there's going to be a full recap of everything on Biz Bash on Tuesday morning. So what you can look forward to. Number one, last night I went to the Independent Journal Review's The Golden Age of Journalism party, and it was really funny because they created a special yearbook called The Labrador, and it was basically a big mock yearbook of lots of really funny superlatives in a way to kind of bring light to the current White House correspondents. A lot of plays on the different jokes that have been happening. Obviously, there are some digs at Sean Spicer in there, but all in good fun, very well executed. Then tonight, taking a short detour away from White House Correspondents to go check out the Best Buddies Prom, followed by the New Media Party, which is a traditional event that has come up during this weekend, and it's going to be at the WeWork at White House. So if you know any co-working spaces and you haven't thought about utilizing them for events, I was part of an event that Swell Fundraising actually hosted in March at a WeWork in DuPont. Really great space, so make sure that you don't kind of discount these co-working spaces as a different, unique venue for hosting events in various different cities. All right, then what do we have coming up? Tomorrow is Saturday, so we'll be going to the annual garden brunch, which has usually had over 700 people, and this year is going to be considerably smaller. Estimates currently are around the 250, 300 range, if that. So be sure to stay tuned to the BizBash Instagram as well as the DCM Communications Instagram so that you can see what's actually happening there. It's at a beautiful, beautiful Washington, Georgetown property. Then after that, go home, we get ready, and tomorrow night's the big deal, right? So it starts with a variety of different pre-receptions that happen at the Washington Hilton, which is where the dinner is hosted every year. First going to be going to check out the Atlantic Media and CBS welcome party, then heading over to Thomson Reuters. From that, the dinner will actually start. I'm not going to be attending that, but you can watch it live on C-SPAN, should that be of interest to you, okay? I will be then coming back online, and you'll be able to check out info from post parties, including Thomson Reuters, which is also having a post-dinner drinks, also at the Hilton. The Washington Post is going to be having a party, as well as after I leave Thomson Reuters, I'm going to be going to the Organization of American States for the MSNBC after party. This is by far one of my favorite events of this weekend every single year. They do a great job with production, as well as bringing in some super creative catering. branding on site and ways for guests to really get involved with their brand. You know how much I love to talk to y'all about that. And it also has had a lot of celebrities in the past, so I'm very curious to see what happens this year. But it's great from a branding perspective, and quite frankly, to see some of these really awesome journalists kind of just kicking back and having fun, right? Like, that's a big part of what this whole weekend is about, and nurturing that next group of journalists that are going to be taking things over in the future. So that is where I will wrap things up on Saturday night. And then Sunday, Thomson Reuters, again, yes, they have lots of events, is doing a brunch at the top of the Hay, which is the rooftop space at the Hay Adams Hotel, which overlooks the White House. And then another kind of piece de resistance, in my mind, is the CNN Hangover Brunch. This was one of the coolest events last year. Super production heavy. I actually remember going and taking a photo of the central bar that they had. I was also representing Biz Bash at that time. Posted on the Instagram, and it was one of Biz Bash's most liked and most engaged with posts for the entirety of 2016. So I'm very excited to see all the things they have in store this year, and hopefully we'll be able to beat that record again. That will kind of wrap up everything I'm actually attending. There are a ton of other events that are happening. I've got lots of photos being sent over to us on Monday, and we're going to pull together the best of the best across the board so that everybody really gets the ideas and the inspiration. It's kind of behind the scenes as to what exactly this weekend is like, especially if you are not in DC or have never attended it, or maybe you just haven't paid attention to it beyond the celebrities and the fashion. This is your inside look. So for the next 3 days, please stay tuned to DCM Communications Instagram story in particular, because there are going to be so many more things than I can post on the feed, and I don't like to blow up anybody's feed with multiple posts in a day. Same thing for Biz Bash. Okay, there's going to be stuff actually on the Instagram account, on the Twitter account, and there's going to be a really awesome Instagram story. So I look forward to hearing from you. Please stay super engaged. I love having comments, and kind of replying back and forth. Direct messages are great. So I hope that you'll have a wonderful weekend, and I'm really excited to see what comes next. All right, have a good one.